Okay, today we're going to start going through our salutes to the sun. So the first thing that we need to do is stand at the front of our mat. Miss Marianne. So the biggest thing that happens with most people when they stand at the front of their mat is that they stand right at the front edge, but we actually want to have a little bit of space there. So I usually tell people about a foot's distance back is a good starting point. You always want your feet together, your heels, toes touching, and really lined up. So make sure that you don't have one foot slightly forward than the other, because then it'll get all crazy. So from here, you want to stand nice and tall, stacking your shoulders over the hips, hips over the ankles. And you want to really lift your rib cage up so you're not slouching in the lower back. Take a nice big breath and inhale, wide sweep of the arms all the way up, almost as if you're scraping the sides of the room. And then on the exhale, wide sweep of the arms, swan dive forward. Good. Nice flat back when you swan dive forward. You want to make sure you're not rounding in the spine. So from here, when you swan dive forward, your hands can either touch the mat. If they don't, if you're not as flexible, you can place them on your shins or even on your knees. And you want to make sure that if your hands do touch the mat, that the fingertips line up with the toe line. So making sure that everything's symmetrical. And then from here, you're going to take an inhale and halfway lift your chest. Make sure that you don't let your hands move and your spine doesn't round. So putting the hands back where they were, making sure they're glued to that point, you inhale and halfway lift and the spine elongates, but the fingertips are still down. And then exhale, bring your face back towards your shins. So you inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. You want the articulation to be in the spine. And exhale, bring your face back to your shins. Most people aren't able to touch the mat. We're really tight in our hamstrings and our hips. So we're going to pretend that Marianne isn't as flexible as she is. And we want to make sure that when we're in this, we still have that length in the spine. And you can plant your hands on your shins, not necessarily touching the mat. Doesn't have to. If you're having any discomfort in the lower back, you can add a slight bend to your knees, and that's okay. But we still want to address the spine. So from here, inhale, halfway lift and elongate your spine, pointing the chest forward, long neck, and exhale, bringing your body back towards your legs. So a lot of times when people halfway lift, they just lift their head looking forward and they bend the back of their neck, and that's not really what we're going for. We want nice long spine all the way from the neck to the tailbone. Yep, and then exhale, round your back. Okay, from here, if you find that your hands are sliding up and down, try to glue them to the point that they can touch comfortably, that they can reach, and see if you can halfway lift your spine without letting the hands slide. Nice, much better. And then exhale, rounding forward. Good.